arriving at the wicket, the man who was appointed captain of Nottinghamshire in 1963, Geoffrey Millman, who came to first-class cricket via Bedfordshire in the minor counties. Useful batsman, has passed 1,000 runs more than once in a career. It was a cheerful effort by Winfield. He couldn't have been listening to what his skipper was saying about no need yet to swing the bat. So there always is the need to keep going. And Bolus, the man who's captain today, is very pleased with. Bolus 66 out of a total of 93 for 4. Oh, he picked that up beautifully. Will it be 6? Yes. 1.5 over the line. So Boyce at least has achieved a wicket over. His first 3 overs produced 35 runs. And that one produced 9. And a wicket out of Winfield. Bolus, his third 6. 72 out of a score of 99 for 4. We don't agree with the scoreboard, so we're not showing it to you at the moment. Michael Fordham makes it 99 for 4, which means to say that the Nottinghamshire 11 need another 99 runs exactly. And there are 19 overs left. This is Dye. Oh, that's a nasty one. Good over this by Dye, Sir Leary.
Yes, he's pretty close to the edge.
Only 1 run off that over. It's 100 up. Nottinghamshire, or rather I should say a Nottinghamshire 11, can afford only 1 off that over, Bolus having taken 9 off the previous one. 98 runs needed now.
And what is worse is that he's kept Bolus off the bowling. Bolus should be now given the bowling. They should steal their singles and let him go for it. Let's see if they'll do that now.
runs here to Millman. It's now made 3. 102 for 4. Norman Hill out for 9. Red Simpson for 0. Morris Hill for 2. Winfield for 11. Two more runs here. That's the end of Boyce's 5th over. 1 for 48. We need 198, and the number of overs left now, 17. 98 divided by 17, that makes about 5 3/4 an over. As Captain John Clay was saying, it's on. It's certainly on. We shall see. Geoffrey Millman, age 30, the present captain of Notts. A man who's played in 6 test matches too. Back in 61-62 he played in 4 against India and Pakistan, and again against Pakistan in 1962. Well, the wrong man is away from the bowling line again.
But if they're going to take singles like that, that's all right until the bad ball comes along, because that means they will have a 4 and the 2 or 3 singles that they can steal.
Well played. Steered that down well. 1 run down to Snow. So Millman has made 6. It's 106 for 4. And here's Dye to Bolus on 73. Run. One more. 108 for 4. Sixteen overs left. Cavaliers 197 for 6 of 40 overs. And here's the Nottinghamshire 11's reply. Bolus 73. 8 to the county captain, Millman. And Ted Dexter hasn't yet bowled a spin bowler. He's got so many seamers in his side, he doesn't have to. I wonder whether he will. Got Alan Oakman, a purveyor of off-spin. Still Boyce. It's the most accurate over that Boyce has bowled. There we are. Two great cricketers in the slips. And dare I say it, not a run between them today. That's cricket. King one day and beggar the next. I know somebody said it many times before. Good shot, 4 runs. I said 4 runs with the utmost conviction. He just managed to get across this sodden boundary.
You are entertained into spirit, I notice, Peter, into the spirit. Beautiful.
It's a welcome 4 to keep the scoreboard ticking. John Clay must have been getting a little concerned. Oh, he's well placed. Oh, very nattily placed. Exactly bisected wicket keeper and slip off the edge. 4 more.
Beautiful. You can't fix anything about this game. You take it from me, and they might not make the runs yet.
With bad luck on Boyce. 1 for 56 off 6 overs. 3 overs for him to go if the captain wants him to continue bowling. 116 for 4. 15 overs left. We want 82 to win off 15 overs. It's not a lot more than 5 runs an over.
But it's 90 balls, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, Peter, he is difficult to get away. He's short of a length and the ball isn't rising. Right down at you. I don't know what shot he could make except the dog shot through his legs or something.
Oh, well run. Atkinson in very quickly. Brings Bolus to 75. It's a cheeky one, Atkinson in. Well, that's jolly good to see, isn't it?
Back to Francis Thompson, isn't it? As the run stealers flicker to and fro. I think it's beautiful.
Oh, my Hornby and my Barlow long ago. What a lovely piece of... I don't know, it makes us... We're all sentimentalists in this game. So, Larry, I feel it in my bones we're going to have a very good finish here today. I wonder if I'm right. Mind you, if Bolus gets out, Nottinghamshire could then... might be a sudden swing.
If Ted Dexter would use one of his spinners now, before coming back to people like... Well, at least Boyce is finished now, isn't he? How many overs has he bowled? He has 2 more. 3. Give Oakman 2 overs now, see what they do, because they will try, and then it will be a terrific finish.
$14 overs to go, 80 to win. A very loud no from Bryan Bolus.
I see.
Nottinghamshire side wants 4 off one of the next 2 deliveries to keep up with the clock. Good over by Boyce. His first maiden, 7 overs, 1 for 56. "13 overs left, and still 80 runs more wanted to win." Ted Dexter must have had a long ear tuned in to commentary point. Look who's going to bowl now. There he is. Off spin. Alan Oakman. Two men out. Long on and backward square leg. Atkinson going across, John Snow rather, going across to mid-wicket. See what Bryan Bolus can do to this. Made 75. Pity, only 1. If this Nottinghamshire 11 could take a single off every ball still to be bowled, they'd just about do it. If. That makes Millman 18, 120 for 4. Good stop by Underwood. Only 1. Ron Headley made 78 at Kidderminster last week for Worcestershire. The tallest score so far in this Sunday series, and Bolus now is 77. Three runs off 4 balls this over. 4 would come in very handy for the Notts side. Not so productive an over as the skipper would have hoped.
No, and what is the time now? Whichever comes sooner? 40 minutes more.
Right. Well, with Alan Oakman just completing his first over for the Cavaliers and being their first slow bowler, it's perhaps appropriate to have a word with Bomber Wells, who was likened this morning to Peter Sellers, and somebody said you bowl like him this morning, Bomber.
Yeah, if I'd have bowled left-handed, I think, yes, definitely. But it's good for the game, see these chaps bowl. He's trying a bit too hard. I'll have to have a word with him. When he came in, we gave him a couple of little slow full tosses to get off the mark with.
You have played, of course, very big innings yourself on this ground. Somebody's just been telling me last season.
Yes. Those peculiar things that come off now and then, and this one came off. Just slogged, everything went nice and safe.
Rather like Jim Parks earlier on today.
No, not quite as good as that, no. But more rustic, I should say. But it was the same result. Just got, we got the runs.
We might watch Alan Oakman in his next over and ask you to say exactly what he's got to produce to contain an aggressive batsman. I mean, Bolus is in at the moment, in a match like this. I mean, do you stand any chance at all of containing a batsman?
Yeah, if you can bowl an off-spinner, I should think pitching leg stump and hit an off-stump. Then you've done him, because he's playing the wrong way. But this sort of cricket, I think it's played in a nice, friendly atmosphere, and that's it. I can't see any point in getting people out. You can nearly knock them out like that.
Well, that's a strange philosophy. I'm sure O'Leary Constantine would probably agree with you. But they do welcome, of course, the appearance of a slow bowler on the scene, don't they, in a match like this?
In any match, I think, yeah. I mean, you're struggling to hit your pace bowlers on here, especially on these slow type of wickets. You can easily close a game up. I mean, we could have probably closed the game up if we'd wanted to, but there's no point in it.
You know, it strikes me that your attitude to this sort of cricket is one which you also pursue in your county cricket career, don't you?
Right.
I mean, you make no exception here, do you?
Oh, no. They still hit me as bad as in county match. Don't worry.
Are you going to have a dip later today when you go in, if you get an innings?
If I get, yes. Might. But they'll be bowling a bit tight then, I think. They won't want to lose. And a quick 30 or 40 could put them in the card, you see. But they probably won't get bowled out. He'll go on. He's going great guns. He'll get his 100, I hope. We can get the award then. Because we get an award, don't we, for the score? Highest score or something like that?
Indeed you would. Indeed you would.
And he's beaten Ron Headley now.
Anyway, we look forward to watching Alan Oakman's next over.
Yes.
In the light of what you've said.
I've seen him get many wickets in county matches. I remember he got 4 or 5 against Gloucester when I was playing for Gloucester in those days. It bowled, and he bowled very well, but he bowled more regularly in those days. He didn't bat so much.
Do you think that this attitude to cricket here will ever permeate through to the county scene? I mean, O'Leary Constantine hopes it will, but do you ever see it likely within the context of 3-day county cricket?
No, I shouldn't think so. You'll always get your individual players, but as a team, I don't think they can afford to play, because people will soon get fed up. I think you've got to have the complete mixture. You've got to have a bit of skill, and then a bit of fun at the end.
Well, look, you can see, in fact, a monitor screen to your left, and you can also see the play in front of you, Bomber, and we've got Alan Oakman on now at the other end. Perhaps you'd, from your experienced perch, give us 1 or 2 pointers as to what you think he should be doing now.
He's trying to bowl as tight as he can, which he's succeeded with that. He should be pitching somewhere about 6 inches or so outside the off stump. Bowling is a good length, so to make the batsman hit the ball on the onside, which he's got his field set to. Like that, you see. He's struggling when the ball's pitched there to hit it. If he bowls it too wide, he can put what we call on the lap. And Geoff, our skipper, is a great sweeper of the ball. That was a good shot. He was able to get that one a bit of air, and he was able to get to the pitch of it and hit it on the up.
So I think we'll hand back now to O'Leary Constantine, who I'm sure is very much in sympathy with some of the views anyway you've expressed in the last couple of minutes. Thank you very much, Bomber.
Thank you.
Well, I don't agree, that this spirit cannot permeate. I don't agree that if a challenge is thrown down and one accepted, that the county cricket will reject it altogether. I don't agree at all. What I say is people will get fed up with this type of cricket if it's not serious. But I don't see anything wrong with making a shot for 4, whether the ball is on the off stump or outside the off stump in a serious match. I don't see anything wrong with that at all. It depends on the spirit in which you play the game. If you are making fun, then people won't come to see. But if you are serious, they will come. And I hope that this will permeate through to the county sides.
That young man in white, centre on the bottom of that board, is the young gentleman officially in charge of the scoreboard this afternoon, Neil Clark, aged 11. 133 for 4. 78 to Bolus, 29 to Geoff Millman, and the situation now is that there are 10 overs exactly to go, and the Nottinghamshire 11, chasing a target of 198, needs 65 to win. And this is John Dye on at this end to Bolus. So Nottinghamshire have been falling a little bit more behind the required rate in the last quarter of an hour. And Dye has 4 overs in hand and has been very tidy and accurate. Just one to a square third man. 134 for 4. Bolus 79, which is the top score in this Sunday series to date. One better than Headley's 78 at Kidderminster. Oh! He's just going to throw it up too. It'd be a very good catch, low down.
Hello, Mummy.
One ball to go in this over. Well run, Millman backing up. No overthrows. So Bolus keeps the strike. He's made 80. Here's the board. Millman has been going quite well for his 30. He's got them in 28 minutes. Still to bat, Corran, Forbes, Davison, I beg his pardon, Captain Clay, and that celebrated all-rounder Bomber Wells, from whom we've heard. Now it's Alan Oakman to Bolus. This might be rather a critical over. Let's see what can happen. He's hit that many a mile. It's a tremendous shot. It's going to go over the pavilion. It has indeed cleared the pavilion. A splendid blow. I wonder when that was last cleared on this ground.
Well, I don't know, Peter, but the off-break bowler is made to be carved. Let's hope he does it.
We'll cut that off. 1 run only. I'm sure the pavilion has been cleared many times when the wickets are pitched on that side of the square, but this wicket is central. It's a long carry.
Yes, it's a good shot. He hit it well.
Crowd a little bit disappointed that Millman wasn't able to force that somewhere. 5 off this over, 7 off this over. 143 for 4. Oakman having a look, but bowling over the wicket, expecting no joy from umpire Arnold. Well, he's found an open space and got one with 1 ball left in this over. Bolus is 87. Three overs by Oakman for 17 runs. 198 target. 8 overs left. 54 wanted. All the makings of a really good finish. John Dye, bowling this next over, has 3 in hand. You mustn't forget that Dexter also has up his sleeve John Snow, who was very accurate, 2 overs left, and Underwood 3. That's a good blow, over cover point. Not 4 runs, but they'll get 2. Boyce the fielder. A very good throw off balance. For Norman so far in this over, makes him 34. The Nottinghamshire 11, 147 for 4. It's 6 more to Bolus. Oh, I'm wrong. Yes, 6. It was off a no ball. I thought my eye did not deceive me. That's his 4th 6, 5th 6, and he's made 93. And he's been in now, Bryan Bolus, for 94 minutes. Nottinghamshire well up with the top again now. Must be close. Well worth an ask, I think, O'Leary.
Yes, and well worth the not out.
Whose side are you on?
I'm on the side of the batsman.
He does pick those up well on the leg stump. Got 1 for that. Another no ball by Dye. Didn't hear the call.
Peter, when batsmen are making strokes, I think it makes cricket into a great game. The bowler has always been the cannon fodder for batsmen, and I don't think you could change it.
He's bowled 6 in this over, but still 2 to go. And it's 154 for 4. Bolus in a hurry, and a very good throw from Mushtaq. With only 1 stump to aim at, and it, judging by the expression on Mushtaq's face, it must have been touch and go. Frank Bough and company at square leg would have had a much better view of that than we would from here. Well run anyway. So now, what's the situation? There's the score. 7 overs left, or 42 deliveries, 43 to win.
This is the biggest blunder I believe they have made up to now. Here is Bolus with all the shots, almost being run out to give the strike to a batsman who hasn't got his capacity. He's at 92 and 43 to win. Just a little error of judgment which might be important.
That makes Millman 36. Bolus on 94. Placed that very well indeed. There's no third man, and it's going to be 4. But only just. 98 to Bryan Bolus. $160 for 4. Oh, he's bowled, played over it. Hard luck, Bryan Bolus. Out for 98, bowled by Oakman. Well, this will change the situation, perhaps. 5 sixes and 12 fours. What a fine innings for his side.
Yes, and well, he's gone now. I don't think that they can do it. I don't know who can hit the ball in the north side today, but it'll be very tricky.
Bryan, if I could stop you and congratulate you. As you can imagine, the applause is tremendous, and you've given a tremendous amount of pleasure in the last hour or so. Have you enjoyed it yourself?
Very much, thank you, yes.
You've been hitting pretty strongly and seeing them very well, have you?
I've been closing my eyes, actually.
Have you?
Yeah. I've enjoyed it anyway. Thank you very much.
Well, pleasure. Thank you indeed.
And with those few brief words, the hero of the moment disappears.
He said his
chap is Bryan.
He said he was closing his eye, but what do you want to keep your eyes open for if you can hit the ball in the middle of the bat?
So the score now is 160 for 5. And the new batsman is Andy Corran. Give you a resume of the situation, what this Nottinghamshire 11 has to do at the end of Oakman's over. And fetch that from well outside the off stump for 6 runs. Another noble blow with which to get off the mark. Just what the doctor ordered. I don't know what Oakman thought about that one.
Beautiful carving it is.
Ah, yes, he was pleased with that. So, Michael Fordham brings us up to date. 6 overs left, 32 required off 36 deliveries. 5 wickets in hand. Saleri said he didn't think they could do it. Oh, really, Saleri, I don't know. I think they might.
Who is going to bowl now is important.
Yes. John Dye to Millman, whose eye is well in. And John Dye has bowled 7 overs. He's allowed just 2 more. Hasn't quite middled it. There's 2 runs. Millman now takes over the job of anchorman. 38. 168 for 5. And that's going to be caught at deep square leg by Ken Palmer, or is it Atkinson out there? It's Graham Atkinson of Somerset, same county. So this certainly alters the picture. Nottinghamshire needed another 10 minutes or so of Millman. And out comes the husky figure of Carlton Forbes, all-rounder. He can bat as well as bowl. 6 wickets gone. Millman caught Atkinson, bowled Dye for 38. This is Carlton Forbes, Kingston, Jamaica. And 4 years ago, passed the 1,000-run mark in first-class cricket. So he's not just a bowler. Now what can Corran do with die?
I just suggest you watch the crowd around and see. Everybody is interested in what's taking place now. Nobody relaxed.
That's the style, over the top of mid-on. 2 runs. The end of the over. Now the situation, 198 is the target this Nottinghamshire 11 is seeking. 5 overs left, 28 runs to win.
Well, as well as the awards made at the end of the series of these games for the fastest 50 and so on, each match, Rothmans are making their Man of the Match award of £20 and a medallion. And this is an award which is decided by 6 members of the public. And here today, Mr. Jerry Marsh is the spokesman for that panel. And I imagine that you're having some difficulty at the moment. I know you haven't made up your mind, but having some difficulty in who you're going to give it to, aren't you?
Yes, it's a very difficult job. We saw a magnificent innings from Jim Parks. Controlled hitting, he really entertained the crowd. I think any cricketer playing like that would pack any ground. But since then we've seen a wonderful innings from Bryan Bolus. He started his innings by trying to get the pace of this most difficult pitch, which I should say would suit seam bowlers as well as any pitch you could play on. And then when he'd got the pace of the pitch, he started to make his runs and generally paced his innings in a wonderful manner.
Well, I know you've been very well briefed by Sir Leary Constantine on what to look for, so I know you'll come to the right decision in the end, Mr. Marsh. Thank you very much. And the gentleman who's going to make the award today, John Neville, who's the director of the Playhouse here in Nottingham, and a very keen cricket fan yourself, John, I understand.
Well, I'm a keen cricket fan, but I don't get the chance to see it often enough, I'm afraid.
Well, you're seeing some very good stuff today.
Very good.
And
I enjoyed it tremendously.
This match is drawing to, I think, a very exciting climax.
Yes.
Let's get on with the cricket, shall we?
And 1 run has been scored while we heard the chat from the pavilion. And 2 more now, and Forbes is coming back for a 3rd run as Underwood throws. Well run. Forbes grinning all over his face. So that's 4 more to be entered up. That's 174 for 6. Forbes 1, Corran 11. And Oakman now to Forbes. Two to go in this over. Well hit, 4 runs. And 4 more. So that's the end of Oakman's 5th over. The score now is 182 for 6. Forbes has made 9. Corran 11. And with 4 overs left, 16 deliveries to go down. What am I talking about? 24 deliveries to go down. The target now is 16. John Snow, 2 overs still to bowl. 2 for 9 off 7 overs so far. And Dexter is protecting the boundaries now to stop the fours. He's got a square third man, he's got a deep square and a mid-wicket. Most of the others spread round to save one. And just to remind you that if John Snow can pick up a wicket during these last 2 overs of his, he will then head the field for the best bowling performance in this Sunday series to date and qualify for a BBC Two award. Just as well. Tom Cartwright of Worcester had 3 for 24 at Kidderminster last Sunday. Well, it was uppish. Somebody saying, come on, come on. There was only 1 run there. 12 to Corran. 183 for 6. 15 wanted. Now, Carlton Forbes. Having a look round. It's Mushtaq halfway back at mid-wicket. The deep square leg just behind square. Well hit again. That's 4. You can't stop that. Very useful knock by Carlton Forbes. No easy matter, is it, Sir Leary, to come in and to middle the ball as well as this straight away.
And he's made some good shots.
The end of the over, 11 runs to win. 187 for 6. Forbes now 1 run ahead of Corran. 3 overs to go. 18 deliveries, 11 runs wanted. And much disappointment, I think, now in Nottingham if they don't achieve the target. Not surprisingly, Alan Oakman now has made way at the top end for Ken Palmer, who's plenty of overs in the bank. He's only bowled 3 so far. Palmer to Corran, and everybody now spread back from the wicket. Dexter very much on the defensive. Purely to save runs, to stop 1. The third man and a long leg. And is that going to be caught? Oh, not quite by Dexter. Local joy that Dexter put that down. An awkward running catch. I would have backed him to catch it most times. He's such a safe catcher normally. 9 to win. 2 to Corran off that. 189 for 6. And 4 off that. Five runs only required. 2 more overs after this. 4 wickets in hand. They'll find those runs from somewhere, surely. Wasn't far off the big stump. 1 ball to go. 4 runs needed to win. 194 for 6. Corran 19. Now the left-hander. No slip, no gully. 2 men out on the leg side. Two overs left then. Four runs wanted. The International Cavaliers made 197 for 6 of 40 overs. Clark 72, 50 in 16 minutes. 6 sixes altogether in his innings. Oakman not out 70, carrying his bat right through. And to bowl the next over, which anyway must be his last, John Snow of Sussex. And he's taken 2 for 14 off 8 overs. And he wants 1 more wicket to head the field in the race for the best bowling performance in this Sunday series of cricket matches. No slip, no gully for him. Corran. Oh, give it a bit of width.
Keep away from the willow, says.
That's 10 balls left in this innings, and Dexter spreading everybody out still further. In fact, there's only 1 man on the boundary, that's deep square. Nine deliveries, 4 required. John Snow could bowl a maiden. We're in for a good last over.
Do you expect anything more interesting than this in a cricket match?
No, it's a lovely finish. Oh, it just won't go to hand. 1 run. The fielder's over on the offside. Why that didn't land in somebody's lap, I don't know. 3 runs required. Two balls left in this over, and 1 over after that. Forbes. And there's only 2 runs in it. So that ties the scores. 197 for 6. The International Cavaliers 197 for 6. What could be more perfect? Unless it was the very last ball of the day. 1 ball left in this over. And everybody coming up to save the 1. And Dexter has said, in effect, to hell with the 4s. If you can get 1, good luck. So, 1 over to go. Snow hasn't got his 3rd wicket. Off his full ration of 9 overs, he's taken 2 for 17. Exactly level. And who bowls the last over? Ken Palmer is going to do it. I bet Carlton Forbes backs up this over. Just 1 required. Was it Rhodes who said to Hurst, or Hurst to Rhodes, on a famous occasion in a test match, well, get 'em in 1s. Just 1. Palmer then to Corran. No, Dexter in the covers. How lovely, isn't it? Wouldn't it be fun if Ken Palmer could bowl the next 3 balls without a run off it? 4 left. That's it. Oh, is he going to be caught? He is. Corran is out, caught by Boyce, and a good catch too. Well, what about this, Leary? Absolutely splendid.
Gosh, this is tremendous. And I'm quite sure wherever they are watching it on the television, they're having as big a kick out of it as we are having on this spot. It's a tremendous cricket match, and it is played seriously, so no one can say that anybody is giving anybody else presents in this. In fact, cricketers don't usually do so until Christmas time.
This is the bowler, Davison. And lucky for the Nottinghamshire 11, the man whose eye is in, Forbes, is now at the striking end. 3 balls to go. The scores exactly level. It's Palmer to Forbes, with everybody disposed on either side of the wicket to save 1 run. No, he's not going to run up the other end. He's out by a mile. Yes, and it's Forbes who's got to go, because they had in fact crossed, and Davison came like a steam engine straight down the wicket, and Forbes didn't have a chance really. I think he hesitated just momentarily. Well,
actually, according to the rules, Forbes had no right to look back. He had to look at Davison. The ball was behind his back, so he can't blame Davison.
Well, it was Davison's call. It was a very cheeky one, but there we are. So we've got 2 deliveries to go. And here comes J.D. Clay to play perhaps the captain's part. And he's going to bowl at Davison. Davison not having yet received a single delivery. Oh, well stopped on the leg side by John Snow. Straight at John Snow, a yard or 2 either side, and it would have been 4 runs. 1 ball to go. And the field, as Palmer gets ready to bowl this last one of the match, edging in, a foot or 2 closer. One run, Ian Davison, you've got to find somewhere off this ball. Clay has got to run anyway. Oh, what a magnificent blow. Square leg, 4 runs. Well, you couldn't have a finer finish than that. 4 to Davison, and so Nottinghamshire 11 have beaten the international Cavaliers off the very last ball, and Sir Leary here is wreathed in smiles.
Beautiful cricket match.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ross's match prize will now be presented to...
The award for the man of the match, I understand, by the jury here, is to be awarded to Bryan Bolus. They must have had a very hard decision indeed to make a selection between Jim Parks, who batted superbly within the context of this match for 72, setting the tone of the whole proceedings, and by Bryan Bolus, who held the whole Nottinghamshire effort together. So Bryan Bolus wins his award, and after all that excitement, the International Cavaliers made 197 for 6, and the Nottinghamshire 11 have finished with a score of 201 for 8 wickets. Next week's match in this BBC Two series will be against a Gloucestershire 11 down in the West Country at Bristol. And we hope that you'll join us all then.